talking some special Halloween-themed topics about best costumes and outfits in video games. But it's not just me here on the show. Let's look at the reason why we have a laugh track on the show. Take it away.
Hey, I'm Lasercorn, and Joven, let me just say that is an excellent Halloween mask. Oh, that's your face. Okay, and over here to my left.
Yes, do we have a laugh track? By the way, I'm so hinky, and the reason that we need a laugh track is because of all the corny comments that this guy over here makes just constantly.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
We kid because we love Joven, shall we?
Yes, indeed. It's a love-hate thing. We love to hate him.
So, video games and costumes and outfits.
We have one more member of the team.
Oh yeah, that douchebag.
We need to introduce.
Yeah, whatever.
A machine so scary, it doesn't even need a Halloween costume. The Smosh Bot.
Did somebody kick Joven in the vagina? Stop being a bitch.
Alright, so video games, costumes, and outfits galore. I want to see some video game costumes in real life. You don't see enough of them. For example, if I was to pick, I want to see some katanas, some Molinas, some Jades, pretty much any female from Mortal Kombat.
Those are already out there, though.
But not enough.
Well, they are out there, too. If you think about it, they're very out there.
Hey-oh, he's talking about...
laugh track. Yes, thank you.
Works.
That's good.
Yeah, the jiggle physics in real life are really awesome, I hear. Seeing those costumes.
I wouldn't know.
Gravity works wonders.
Yeah, really any costume from Mortal Kombat. I remember my mom used to hand make Sub-Zero and Scorpion costumes for me and my brother.
I've never heard of Sub-Zero. Is that a...
What? Sub-Zero?
I've never heard of Sub-Zero.
You said Zub.
Did I say Sub-Zero?
Yeah.
Zug. But anyway, Sub-Zero and Scorpion costumes for me and my brother.
Were you Sub-Zero
and those were
or Scorpion?
some of my favorite. I was always Sub-Zero.
So I was Sub-Zero when I was
I'd pick
12.
Scorpion, I think. But if I had to think about it as an adult, I'd go with Sub-Zero. Because the ice powers are just way cooler than a little harpoon thing.
Yeah.
Scorpion was undead, though.
Yeah, he's got that going for him. Speaking of demonic things, I would have to go with Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth. I would like to see a very accurate Sweet Tooth costume like the one from the new game, and bonus points if the hair could actually light on fire.
So very accurate. So a clown in a car, driving around.
Well, he's got those straps that go...
driving up to people's houses.
Yeah. With I'd also like to see the giant sword and him just murdering everyone inside of hospitals.
Just the giant sword?
Yeah. I personally would love to see, and I have seen a couple really good ones at Comic-Con and stuff, is Big Daddy costumes from BioShock.
Yeah.
A good Big Daddy costume. One guy I saw had a drill that would actually spin.
Yeah? Could he impale people on it?
I didn't see him actually do that. Never saw him quite go that far, but the drill would spin around, and I was like, oh, that's freaking awesome.
Yeah, actually, BioShock just had a great, costume design team. The game looked amazing with, all the different outfits. It just fit in that world, but that's BioShock for you. It just looks beautiful.
You know what I hate? When people are, out for Halloween, they're like, I'm Nathan Drake. You're like, no, you're not. You're wearing a shirt and jeans and a holster.
Yeah.
You're just wearing what you'd normally wear plus a holster.
Yeah, cop-out costumes.
What about costumes that you don't want to see in real life ever? Things that would disgust you, disturb you.
The liquor from Resident Evil has always creeped me out.
But seeing an awesome liquor would be pretty amazing.
Yeah.
If
they gave me bad dreams the first so if I saw it in real life, I'd be like, oh, that's good. Stay away from me.
E-Honda.
That is a good answer.
Yeah, that's something you don't really want to see.
No, definitely don't want to see that.
Yeah,
you know what outfit bothers me that I've talked about, I think probably on a previous episode, is the new Assassin's Creed outfit.
That's right.
Because it's way too similar to the old one. And why is it white? He's in the American Revolution. Get out of here with your triangle hood. You don't blend in at all, assassin. You fake assassin. Why don't we move right along? I think someone else has an opinion on this. Why don't we take it over to the Smoshbot, see what Ian and Anthony have to say.
Download Smoshbot.
Hey guys, thanks for shutting up.
And you know what, Soinky? I think you are absolutely wrong about the Assassin's Creed 3 outfit being impractical, because I had the pleasure of wearing the outfit, and it is awesome.
It's actually pretty impractical. I think a cool outfit is maybe Master Chief's outfit, because nobody still knows what he looks like, and every like nerd gets trolled by some sort of thing that says like, oh, leaked pictures of Master Chief's face, and then they just get
Now,
trolled.
that is impractical. Think about walking around in an outfit that's
I just
completely
wanna-
covering your entire body, like made out of plastic or
I just
whatever.
want to know where he pees.
It's one of my favorite outfits of any video game ever is the main character from Code of Princess. I like how the guys are like dressed in like attire to, you know, defend bullets and
Yeah.
swords, while the women are like, oh, I'm too good, I just have breastplates and nothing
Why can't
else.
the men just get breastplates and the men be all scantily clad? I want to see that.
That would be sexy.
Step it up, game companies. I want to see some scantily clad warrior men in loincloths.
Ian's fantasy is coming out live
Hey,
right here
I'm
on
just,
camera.
I'm just looking for some diversity. But I think we can all agree, the best outfit ever, Mario's outfit. I mean, come on.
That's true.
You think like most heroes, they're like, okay, I gotta go save the princess. I gotta get my armor on.
That's
Mario's
true.
just like, I'm gonna go and get to my overalls and
And-
my big stupid red hat.
And all the and Bowser and all his Koopalings are like, you know what? Let's leave that guy alone. He looks like some loser.
Yeah.
And then
exactly.
he bops them on the head, and fucks them up, and kicks their shells around, and jumps on their families, and eats their mushrooms, and kills all their blocks, and destroys all their flagpoles.
I think you're getting a little off subject here. Bottom line is, Mario's outfit's the best,
Bam.
but not really.
All right, thank you, Ian and Anthony, for that. Smoshbot bringing them in. Always good to see those guys. But now, really, for everyone's favorite moment on the show, where we ask me questions. That wasn't supposed to be funny. That wasn't a joke. I don't
That's kind of funny.
think that was
Pretty
an
funny.
appropriate use of
Because
the
it was,
laugh
I mean,
track.
that's no one's favorite part of anything.
Okay, well, how about we actually, this is Gamer Nation. So it's not just us gamers here, it's about you nation
It's about
of
the
gamers.
nation.
No, we can't
Yes.
call it the nation because then Philly D is going to sue us or something. We can't have
Okay,
that.
it's about several
There
nations.
we go. So what we did is we actually went to Twitter and Facebook to actually pull some questions from you guys to ask us so we can so you can get to know us a little bit better as people. So our first question, which we'll all answer these questions as we go.
Okay.
Was from, we're going to actually combine these two. We've got Brendan6310 and Chloe Motionless asking what our favorite game was of all time and what our favorite childhood game was.
Ooh, okay, yeah, those are good.
Who wants to lead it off?
You know
you
what,
go.
for me, I know that there's been some problems with the third ending, but I absolutely love the Mass Effect games. So that's probably currently my favorite franchise. Resident Evil's kind of up there, has its moments. But my favorite childhood game was Final Fantasy III for the Super Nintendo. Like, I was a huge role-playing fan when I was younger, and the story blew me away. The characters I loved the mechanics of how you gain more magic spells. Like, to this day, like, I know there's a lot of people in like the comments, I see you guys all the time saying, Final Fantasy VI was the best. I agree with you guys. So those are my two games.
Yeah, favorite game of all time, and I'm probably gonna get a lot of disagreements with this, but Portal 2, and I know a lot of people are gonna say the
one,
original Portal, and which was also an awesome game, but I just love Wheatley so much just as a character, and I love GLaDOS too, but having the two of them in the same game was just amazing, and I gotta say Portal 2, although I will say the song at the end of Portal 1, better than the song at the end of Portal 2, but
easily.
overall, Wheatley, I think, puts Portal 2 over the edge.
Yeah.
Portal song is probably one of the best songs in video game history
Oh yeah,
altogether.
Yeah.
easily. What do you mean one of? I can't think of a better song in video game history. I challenge. That's something you can Twitter about. Come up with a better video game song than "Still Alive" from Portal. I dare you.
Not gonna find it.
Childhood game was probably. First of all, I like Final Fantasy VII better than 6. But if we're going with favorite childhood games, it would probably be a toss-up between Mario Kart 64 and GoldenEye 64.
Yeah.
Those two games.
Nintendo 64 was so great.
Yeah, I spent so much time playing those two games and just had so much fun with my friends and just like laughing till my sides hurt playing GoldenEye. My one buddy would always be Mishkin, the fat guy, and he would run into a room and say like, "Fat man to the rescue!" and then we'd just light him up. Greatest game of my childhood.
I always have trouble narrowing it down, personally. I could give you like a top 3. If I really have to pick one, then I gotta go with Dota 2. It's not gonna be a surprise to anybody. I really like, I don't know, it's just such a dynamic game, and there's so much that goes into it every single time. Each game is different. No matter how many games you play, each one feels different because of different team compositions, trying out different item builds and stuff, but also just because you're playing against other people, and there's so much strategy that goes into it when you're just playing on a team like that. I don't know if it takes the most skill out of any game. There's games like StarCraft that maybe it's a different skill set, but it's definitely up there in terms of the amount of skill it takes to play, so I like that as well.
Yeah. It's definitely up there in the amount of rage it produces in so
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
he
Yelling
yells so
profanity.
bad
Yeah.
while playing that game.
And then he yells them first, and then he types them to you. He's like, "What are you doing? You effing retard!" And then he's like, "No, no, no, no." Switches to typing.
I've toned it down a bit.
He was playing with like a friend or something the other day. Like I think it was a friend, because I don't think he'd talk to a stranger like this. He's just yelling like, "What? Why did you do that? Like, what were you thinking? Like, you literally just did this, and I didn't understand what he was
We've
saying."
lost the game
But
now.
he sounded like Jerry Seinfeld the entire time.
So
Yeah, I don't
angry.
actually get angry. I just sound like Jerry Seinfeld. What are you doing?
He sounds like an angry Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah. So,
Childhood game.
favorite childhood game. I think I'm gonna take it super old school because when I think childhood games, I don't think like Nintendo 64. I was like starting to. I mean, I was still a child, but when I think childhood games, I think like the earliest games that I played. I'm gonna go with Toe Jam and Earl, the original.
Bringing the
Such a
funk.
good game. Yes, bringing the funk. The music in that game, you go back and listen to it, is so good. And just traveling around with your big fat buddy or your little space alien friend with your bling on and stuff, trying to put together your spaceship and having to deal with like the hula girls and the mad doctors and stuff. It was just so fun. And there were so many levels. It was pretty much impossible to beat without a Game Genie. You really did need that crutch in order to get. I remember my brother actually, him and my cousin legitimately got to the last level of the game.
No
They were
Game
on-
Genie?
No Game Genie. They were on the last level, and then my mom called us to go to dinner, and I was super mad at her. I was super mad. So I was like, F you, Jonathan. He'll remember this. And I just hit the reset button while they were gone, and they came back and they were like, "What happened?"
That is the worst thing you've ever done to
I'm
anyone
surprised
in the
he
world
didn't
of
kill
video
you.
games.
No, he came close to murdering me. I'm pretty sure he beat me pretty
Wow.
senseless.
All right, before I decide to kill someone, let's move to the second question from the Smosh Lover, which is actually a great question. We get this often. Why were we chosen to Smosh games? Try to keep this
Well, we
condensed and quick.
know it wasn't for our looks.
Oh God, no. Well,
No,
maybe this guy.
definitely not.
You know?
I mean, I am pretty handsome, but
Nah.
these two, not so much.
I don't know if I agree with that. Actually, we were introduced to Ian and Anthony, and we thought a collaboration channel would be awesome.
Yeah, we used to work on a channel called Clever Games.
Yeah.
Which did, I guess it had more of a serious vibe to it. Would you guys
a
say?
little older. Like
Yeah.
we concentrated more on like video game news.
Yeah.
was our main thing. And
We did news and
showed off
sort of
some
more,
gameplay here and
yeah.
there.
We also
Arguing
did,
stuff.
but we did a kind of video game web series called Riot Shield Man, which
Yeah.
is kind of our funny.
And I think
Yeah.
the reason that we thought it would be a good partnership is we like to do funny stuff too. We did a bunch of random funny things. Like we did that Ass Effect
Ass Effect
video.
3.
Look up
Google that
Ass
one.
Effect, not to direct you away from our current channel, but
Yeah.
check out Ass Effect. It's a pretty funny video game trailer we made. And yeah, so we did a lot of funny stuff, but we also had that sort of serious news element. People like our reviews and stuff, so it seemed like a natural partnership.
Yeah.
So very perfect.
And now
mixture of the
we are
two.
lucky enough to work with Ian and Anthony, which are really cool guys to
Yeah.
work with.
Yeah, and
Like,
Mari.
like working
Don't
with
forget
them.
Mari.
And
Oh, Mari's
Yeah.
totally. Yeah, she's awesome too.
Funny is subjective, and you assholes are not funny. That is a fact.
Well, there you go, guys. That's Gamer Nation for this for this week. Big thanks to Smoshbot, Ian and Anthony, and then just the entire Smosh Games crew for making this so much fun.
Yeah.
Guys, keep watching. Keep it locked right here, and we'll see you.